Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Exiles One Portal. I am Mr. Coffee here with Mr. Casper. Hey, Cass.
What's up, bro? What's up?
Not too much. We did get some interesting news about the upcoming bit of patch happening.
Man, fucking finally.
Well,
Fucking.
I understand why they took so long to do some of this, but at
It's
the
been like
same
5
time,
weeks, bro. Come on.
bro, I understand. But at the same time, like this is the whole thing. Like I'm already like really.
You quit.
My hype is done. My hype is done.
You quit. You quit the league.
My hype is gone. All of my hype is gone.
You're not coming back.
I'm I might.
You're
My
not
I
coming
didn't
back.
brick my build. I didn't brick my build.
You're not getting that stuff back.
I don't want it.
Okay.
Like I said, I didn't brick my
I don't
build.
think I don't think my monk can survive those taking those items out. Um.
It's like I didn't brick my build or anything. I think I could still work. I just don't feel. And not to mention, I have different characters I could use, and if I feel like it, I'll level another one. Like I may try it again. But I'm just not. I'm not sure if this is enough. So I have some notes about
Mhm.
some stuff that I found interesting about the things they said. Uh, More map bosses are being added.
Hold on, wait.
Uh,
Before you continue, before you go, I just want to tell. If you like this content, if you want to support us, please subscribe to either our YouTube channel or our Spotify channel. Um, we haven't been making episodes because there's been nothing, no zero news, right? And happy New Year's and happy everything to everyone who's listening. Again,
and
we're
happy
here.
birthday.
Happy birthday! Like we're here. We just kind of been waiting for something to come out. Like, and then technically, as of right now, this is Tuesday the fifth. Oh wait, Wednesday the 15th at 2 o'clock in the
It's
morning.
been up
And
until now. It's been nothing but bug fixes. And how
but
do we make an episode about bug fixes?
yeah, and it's like nothing's happening, and we've been kind of progressing in the concept, but there's literally zero news to really talk about. And just putting that out there for everyone. It's not that we've quit. It's not that we've gone away or I mean, we technically have quit, but just
I'm taking a hiatus
it's just
at
because there's
minimum.
zero modifications to the game right now for it to. But anyway, go ahead. Go ahead.
So we're getting more bosses, which is I'm happy about actually.
So
Uh,
so not more buses, but more common.
well, yeah. Well, actually, I think it's more
So I see
because
here
there's a lot.
more map bosses are more common. I see
No, no,
that's
no,
the
no,
line I
no.
see.
It says more maps or more maps have bosses, and I also have more map bosses.
Okay, I must have missed that.
I think they're adding some bosses to some maps. So you see
Okay.
what it so like yeah. So they're putting bosses inside maps, and then they're also tweaking like the ratio because it was supposed to be like one every 4 maps you're supposed to get a
So
boss.
the
But because
patch
some of
the patch notes haven't been released yet. As of
right,
Tuesday, as the Wednesday 1/15th, they haven't released the patch notes, so we don't know what exactly the full content of that what they're going to release in this. One
they have a
one.
2 hour they have a 2 hour VOD
Fuck
for
that.
that. Yeah, I'm not going through that shit. I'm sorry guys.
You know what
I
it is?
might do
You know what it is? It's not that I don't think it's worth the conversation. I just feel like they don't actually say anything of substance throughout that two entire to justify the 2 hour video. Like
yeah.
it feel a lot of the answers that they give are cagey. They don't give full details. They don't get sneak pre like it's just more like oh maybe we will maybe we will and it feels like the entire time that's what we're doing. It's like but we don't need 2 hours of this shit. Like just tell us what you're doing. And I feel like it's more of a pageantry than actual substantive like inside information as to like what's happening with the game. And you get a lot of the creative juices from Jonathan and the other dude. But it's that the only two people out of what
I don't think I don't think it's
substance. I can't say now.
substantive substantive. It's one of those things where like there's not enough meat in there in that whole thing. I'll sit there and probably find 15 minutes of it I care about.
Yeah.
It's not enough meat along with all the veggies of listening to them trying to be funny and you know what I mean. Whatever.
And the what ifs and the oh maybe haha maybe we could do this haha. And it's just
Have
like
you ever considered putting this into the thing? And it's just like, look at, can you guys do that off? Give him ideas later. I want to know what's happening. not what possibly could maybe talk about happening. We've been doing that for years now, and to be honest, I'm fucking over it.
I think it's getting more common though. So it's happening more common where
Of
they're doing
course,
these like
because
long form conversations of like the what ifs and what and again, I think if you want to sit down and extrapolate on the fantasy of what this game could become, that's a fine conversation to have. But then don't I feel like it's a little uh deceptive when you're hiding when you do that within the video that you're supposed to be talking about the current state of the game. Where it
well,
half the episode turns into like what the game could become in the future and what direction we want to take it in. You
well,
should just make a whole complete video.
I think that's also a problem with the fact that people they take in these Q&As they take a lot of questions from the audience as well. They take and of course the the streamer hosting has his questions. But a lot of people have
And his
questions about
translation.
things that they yeah, I just don't think people are getting enough they're getting questions in that they haven't focused on, right?
Hmm.
So, like for instance, say I asked them about ward looping, and they, other than the fucking nerf that they made to ward looping, they haven't really thought about it anymore. And now he has to sit here and be like, "Well, we haven't really put too many thoughts into that, and I don't know if we really want to make that kind of change or if we really want to keep it this way." And the answer to your question is, it's up in the air. I don't need 50 seconds and 2 minutes to talk about that while you guys bounce ideas off of each other. It, it's just one of those things where I wish, like for instance, the patch announcement, right? I thought was great. 6 minutes, 7 minutes, something
Yeah,
like that. It was concise.
digestible,
He
concise.
he. It was beautiful. I loved it. I got to take my notes. I didn't sit there and be like, oh well, now I need to go make a cup of coffee, or now I want to take a bong hit. Like it didn't get that far. I got to just watch the whole thing. Had my full attention.
It
Got
still
my notes
felt to
down.
me. It still felt a little vague.
It is a little vague, but he did. But that's how all of their teaser or whatever things that they are. They never release the numbers until patch day. But I don't even want to like re-drill that. How they deal with their news is kind of whatever to me. I understand that a lot of the patches recently have been bug fixes, and I understand that they want to get a lot of the bugs out of the way first before actually introducing any new content or changing to content. And then I understand that this is only rudimentary and stuff that they could do that doesn't affect the economy or the characters that people have made so far.
Right.
I kind of get it. I kind of wish the Q&A could happen over a longer period of time where, like say once a week they just answer 10 questions from people. And that way, you get,
They
a
should
couple
do.
5 6 minute videos a week about what they think, and they have time to curate the questions a little bit better so he has a proper answer
I
for them.
think
You
a
know what I mean?
Q and
Like
A would be better if it's like a Reddit AMA.
I don't even know how those work, bro. Not gonna bullshit with you.
Um, I don't
I don't know
think I have
if
a
they I
full
don't know.
details of how it works, but let's just assume that you assign you make a team. You make a team of people who do like rotational AMAs. Well, you can have one person from art team, one person from mechanics, one person from what is, and they answer specific questions from the community as to what's going on, what's the direction you want to go into, and then you can get a straight for the answers for the people who are. And then sometimes they do this sometimes with the conference that they have, ExileCon,
Mhm.
and you see a lot of this inside information. And I'm not saying give people double jobs and this is a job in its own, but I think maybe color me distrustful. I don't trust a streamer to to accurately filter questions from either their specific community or the community in large from a path. I don't think I could trust myself to properly filter the questions and desires from our viewers to be able to sit there with Jonathan and be like, hey, listen, um, this is what our people thinks. I think most of it is going to be like I'm going to read it and I'm going to filter it through my lens as to like what I think this person meant or want to ask, and then ask my own different version of my question. And it's just like I think getting the question straight from the horse's mouth and answer it directed might be the best way to like deal with Q and A's like this because people do have a lot of questions, and it's just like, how do you get
But
it?
I feel like Jonathan would be the one that has the most time, and not the people that are actually making the game.
I don't know if Jonathan has time.
Or not
Like,
Jonathan, but it
uh,
is Jonathan, right? Yeah. But you
I,
know what I mean? I feel, but as a
but yeah, you're right.
developer,
You know,
right?
you're right.
Say
No,
you're,
no, you're right. You're right. Lead
you
developer.
know,
He probably is the head person that would be doing this. And you could do these weekly. Like it doesn't have to be for like two
right.
hours at a time. Like 1 hour once a week. Sit down, and then the more you do this, the more people understand. Like, oh, this is where I go with my questions, and maybe my question gets picked, maybe not, because there's probably 100 million people that are gonna want to ask questions. But they can get a team of
I
people to
even think
curate.
like honestly, I even think literal, dude. I think all it would be is like 10 questions a week.
Yeah,
You go, you curate 10 questions a week. You do a short little video to answer these questions as open as you possibly can, and I that would sate so much of not only like for instance that would not that might not have saved my hype, right? But it would have kept me more interested and engaged in the content that you're releasing if you're answering questions more often rather than just assuring us, yes, we see the bug. I know you see the bugs, but I don't want to sit through a 2 hour thing hearing your a whole bunch of questions that way. It's too fucking verbose. It's too much. I can't.
yeah. No,
My our attention spans nowadays in the digital age are fucked, boys. Sorry. Like give me a 10
I
minute
mean,
video, dude. That's probably the
there
limit of my
is
attention span
there is a
nowadays.
definite population. I think Joe Rogan podcast kind of proves this, that there is definitely a population and a desire for long form conversation. And I think part of our listeners too kind of proves that, right? That they could sit there and listen to 30 minutes, 40 minutes of a conversation, depending on the situation, depending if they're on the drive or something like that. There's a I just think that if a person's looking for that kind of content, you should be at least um uh like honest. And I'm not saying that they're being dishonest, but I'm not gonna sit here and say patch notes Q&A, and then halfway through the patch note Q&A, we're like extrapolating what league launch is gonna be. Like, you know what I mean? Like it gets out of hand very quickly because again, they're open-ended questions. The answers are not always straightforward because sometimes you can't be honest because you don't know actually what the future of the game holds. It's impossible to really be able to answer that question honestly. And I don't, like you said, like I don't want to watch something for 2 hours on the what ifs if right now the game hurts my face. So it's like like I don't know if I'm gonna be alive in 6 months. Like, can we figure out what's happening right now within the next week or two? Like, what's going on? Like, jeez,
I would like to have a real reason to play or to feel like I don't know,
reward,
man. I
entertainment.
kind of I want to be entertained. Right now, Delta Force is entertaining me way more. Like, and
So
I can't help that. I really can't help that.
there, and I know the main reason why you quit was the on death effects.
Yeah, and they did address that. And they're going to address that in this patch from what I see.
I would have to look up. He did mention it. I
Oh
don't
no, no,
see it. I
he
don't see it in the
says
in the preview details.
from in the preview. I actually made a note about this because again, I made note about shit that was really highly like matter to me. He did say that it was going to change the elemental explosions effect visibility, and if the mob dies, it doesn't explode anymore.
Or at least it takes longer to explode or something like that.
No, 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 no. If the mob dies, I rewatched this part like five
Okay.
times, I swear. If the mob dies, it no longer explodes. And when they do explode, the thing is there to show more. And they're also reducing ground clutter.
Yeah, I did see
And they're
that. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
to
So
make things more visible.
like they are doing something to address the issues that I have.
Okay.
So I'm not like hype, but I am again. I'm interested.
And
I'm
that,
looking.
and I think in that same line he mentioned about the oh man, what are they called? The flowers. The
Oh, those things can no longer be like explosives, meteors. A lot of these things can no longer be targeted from you off screen.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of those have been going to get nerfed as well. Um,
They're buffing strong boxes with less fog effects and
and map
faster
fast
spawn rate.
spawns, which I feel like who
I was
designed these
skipping strong
strong
boxes.
boxes? But who
Yeah,
designed these
dude.
strong boxes? What
I
was
was
wrong with
skipping
this?
them.
What was wrong with the other strong boxes?
I was skipping them, bro.
They
Legit.
were they
I was
were
skipping
they
strong
were
boxes.
just not even. Oh, I mean, this is
Not
getting into the
fun, but
woodworks.
whatever.
Not fun, not engaging. Like what the? Okay, anyway.
Yeah, I'm glad they're buffing it. They're adding a new tablet that adds bosses to your map, to the maps in the area for the towers. They're also making it to where the areas that drop or that give you a chance for the pinnacle boss, they're changing it to where now you get six respawn attempts on Citadel
Okay,
of whatever.
that's big. And the reason why I
That is
say it's
huge.
big because fuck them.
It gives them a chance now to learn the boss.
Yeah. But this proves that this whole one death per map shit is completely fucking just
Asinine.
not only that, but it's intentional. It's like we want you to die once on the map and fuck your loot. Like the amount of mirrors of Calandra that I've seen of people dead on Reddit is fucking just mind-boggling. It's like, wait, this happens so often where a person dies from a own death effect, and then the fucking mirror calendar drops, and they're like, well, fuck me. Like, the fact that you have one, like, we're coming from PoE 1. Right now, PoE 1 is in its fucking apex of playability and fun.
Playability and fun, at least in my personal
And then
opinion.
you make a second game, and you go so far left. There's like, what? I'm
Bro, I'm
complaining. I'm
telling you,
complaining. But I'm fucking ecstatic of this one. I'm ecstatic because it shows you, okay, now they're getting closer to Path 1. They're getting closer to Path 1 because no one likes this one portal bullshit.
you
It's
know,
just
I believe they were really trying to just make Ruthless.
has to be.
The, like I don't know who the fuck at GGG keeps wanting to push this Ruthless bullshit. We don't want it. Nobody plays it in normal path. We don't want it. We
The
don't
three
want it.
people that play it for like a couple days.
A couple days in a row, oh, that was funny. Like I went all the way to level 60 without
It's
seeing a chaos.
easier.
Ha ha
Is
ha.
Yeah, it's easier to play Ruthless when you have the paddock cleanser of regular Path. And you'll be like,
Like stop,
this is what game should feel like. Ah, give me the
dude.
divines.
I have been punched in the dick by Path 1 a lot, man. And I'm going to tell you right now, Path 2 punched me in the dick way more and way more often
From the
and way
beginning. From the
and
beginning.
in more in I honestly couldn't believe after all the lessons we learned that this was the way that they wanted to punch us in the dick for fucking for this.
For
I
50
don't get it.
hours.
Like, dude, why is everything like pulling teeth in this fucking game?
Yeah.
I Another thing that actually changed, that is actually something I have a big ass problem with. They're fixing the load times of the map.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't, for some reason, I must have, my brain must have glanced over that.
Yep, they said that they're working on, they optimized the loading of the map a little bit. I'm happy. That's good. Bro, that is, oh my god.
How many hours in Path 2 do you have so far?
Oh, dude, I haven't put fucking
No, I don't expect you to
in
have, I don't expect you to have
108.
108. Okay. I have 155.
Like just
And 100 of those are at least leveling characters.
yeah, 80 of mine are
And
at least.
I'm currently up to T16 maps or T15, whatever the number is. I don't even think T16 maps exist.
They do.
They do.
They do.
I guess I haven't
There's
dropped them.
way. Yep, there's ways of doing it. I haven't gone into it, but the people are saying that in Path 2 you can actually be even beefier doing harder content. So, and I understand
Mm.
like the modifiers
So
on the map.
as a tier, it exists, or as a like as just a level difficulty it is.
I don't know.
Because I haven't
I haven't.
seen a tier 16 map like a Waystone.
So I have to be honest, right? So I linked something to y'all the other day, and I don't think you watched it.
I probably did. I've been busy. You know.
Fair. It is. I have to find it. Golly, I think it was in here.
Golly.
Golly gee.
Whitakers.
Ah, here it is. I am going to. The fuck do I do?
Mm-mm-mm.
Pin this message? Should I
Where?
do that?
Where is it?
Path of Loot in Ghost Nation.
Ba, 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 ba,
I'm
ba.
gonna pin it.
Okay.
I don't.
See all
So hit
pin
the little
messages.
pinned. Yeah.
Okay. Lead pro island strategy.
No, the Elon is lying about being good at video games.
Ah.
You didn't watch it?
I didn't watch
I
that one. I didn't watch that
I
one. I've
I
watched like
learned
four other ones.
I actually learned a couple things from watching this video because again, I haven't seen the pinnacle of the game. Quinn and all of them have, and all of them having their input on what Elon is doing wrong, quote unquote. We'll just I'll save it, right? But from what I understand, there are T16 maps, and there's a way of getting
Experience
six
the power
modifiers
of
on those
AI
maps
content
from the
creation and
Atlas.
I have a lifetime.
Wait.
So
Mm. Okay, I'm gonna forward this but, to myself so I can watch tomorrow. Boom.
it should, bro. I died. I had to like. I died watching this. This was one of the funniest things I've ever
But I did follow this whole Elon. I don't want to talk about it because
seen.
I feel like it's just like ugh, this is so fucking pretentious.
I think that we should, just so we could put it as clickbait in the title.
It's just it's literally the equivalent of, you know how you feel about hackers and Delta Force.
Yeah.
It's why is your ego that brittle? Is your ego that small that you need to both cheat, not just in D4? You need to cheat in. You need to come over to the path and then claim like your number. What is wrong with you, dog?
I'm top 20.
Like I laughed when it was D4. I laughed when it was D4 because I'm thinking to myself like I don't even know nothing about D4 detail wise, but I know you're cheating. I know you're
It's a
hacking.
matter,
I know you're using some kind of algorithm. You're using some kind of AI. You're using some kind. Someone else is playing for you.
and not to mention, I'm pretty sure Elon killed off his character. Not on purpose, mind you. Did you see the character that he bought essentially?
No, I didn't.
Oh
I
my god, dude.
refused. I refused. I'm like,
No,
I'm not gonna keep following this
no,
bullshit.
bro. You remember that staff that I showed you that was Giga for me and all that shit?
Mhm.
This dude had a staff that's like 40 fucking percent better.
Okay.
Off rip. And you remember how much I paid for that staff. That was like a
So
three or
yeah, so
four design
basically,
staff.
basically he's using real cash or Bitcoin or whatever to pay for real.
You can't bro, they checked. You can't even find something with 200 fizz DPS less than his fucking weapons. This dude's character is gigged out. He has a set of gloves that only drops from the hardest boss in the game.
He's-
Now, the dude for like 10 seconds was whacking a boss with his melee attack because he didn't hit his mana pot.
yeah, yeah,
And you're telling me that that is who we should believe is a top
yeah,
20 player?
yeah. This is
Oh
why I
no.
feel this is why giving it even like giving it attention is exactly what he wants.
Dude, he had a stash tab literally labeled Elon's maps.
Like it's sad, man. It's sad. It's sad. It really is sad. It's like the breath of a dying old man,
No,
like just
but
gasping for
no,
air.
hold on. I actually, again, this is not my own thought, but this is a thought expressed that was within this video. That is also something we're seeing, but we should also focus on what else we're seeing. We are seeing one of us, a path player, a chronic path player, an addicted ass path player, has the richest man in the world by the balls, has the best job ever. Hey Elon, I'm gonna need overtime, man. I'm not a top. You're not at top 20 no more, bro. We're seeing a path player win.
But just assuming it is a path player. I don't think it's a path player.
It is. No.
You
Believe it or
think
not,
so?
there's enough evidence that I've seen. Whoever is piloting that account is an OG Path 1 player.
Mm. Well, I mean, if
Guaranteed.
it's that, I tip my hat off to them.
I think he's all he but he's one of the Chinese ones. Which again, I don't care. Path player is a path player, but
I just,
Elon's account is constantly playing
you
from
know
China.
what? That makes sense.
Mhm.
That makes
Mhm.
sense. That is a
Mhm.
Chinese. That's a
Mhm.
Chinese farm.
Mhm.
That makes sense.
Mhm.
That
Bro,
makes
it's an
super
OG
sense.
Path player who finally won, bro.
That makes
He
super
won.
sense,
He
bro.
won.
Them Chinese
He
servers are
won,
different, bro.
bro. They do. They
They're
hit different,
different over
right?
there. And then it's still Path, but
But
it's a
no.
different.
They're VPNing to US servers.
But if it's a farm, meaning like it's like a like not just one person, it's like because you know a lot of the what's happening in those servers are like it'd be like 5 players on one account.
That's true, but I assume that think about it, bro. I actually think with Elon's possible quote unquote love of China and wanting to put factories there, he would know
Yeah,
someone. I don't think that
yeah.
he would actually use a farm. I actually think he actually knows a crazy good pass player because they're in the tech field. I think he just knows someone, and that dude was just like, "Oh, I can make you a top 20 easily. Just give me 60K a year, man." Probably said that shit as a joke, and then Elon was like, "Bet
I mean, if that's I hope if that's the case and someone's eating off of him,
that,
I tip my hat off to you. But
bro. That's my head canon. I don't give a fuck what anybody else says at this point. I don't care
my
what else
fear
information he's known.
is that he's using some weird ass stupid bot.
I don't think he's using. Well, maybe. Oh, dude, wouldn't that be cool if he made an AI that could fucking play Path?
Then what would be ever point to play Path then? That's my fear,
True,
like being
but
replaced by AI. Then we don't can't play Path and enjoy that Path. And it's like, then why Path? And then who's an exile? Who's a real exile? Like, what are we doing?
but
It's getting kind of
yeah, but
crazy now.
it is. Bro, all that shit's getting crazy regardless. But other things that I had on my notepad. Sorry, guys, the segue was worth it for the clickbait. Love you. Um, they fixed the a delirium bug that caused like shit not to
Slow down
spawn.
and not spawn. Yeah.
Yep. They also increased the simulacrum drop rate. Omens appear 60% more often, and they're trying to rework shops and give more rewarding stuff from shops, which is I think a good idea. We need a better gold sync.
Yeah.
Um,
I've seen some players with like $1 trillion gold amount of gold. And it's just like, what do you do with gold? After a certain point, you can't use
Nothing.
gold for shit.
Yeah, it's no real point. You gamble with it, and if you don't have enough, yeah, just not. And then you have a limit to how much you gamble. Weird, but they're also making citadels spawn closer to the start of the thing. Uh,
I'm a little skeptical about that one.
I am okay with it because they're saying that you should be able to see it in fog.
I love that idea of it. Like I should be able to at least see it. That way I know what trajectory to go into.
That's
What I,
what I'm saying. They're saying that you can see it from further in the fog.
but it
You
says it
don't
also
have to
spawns about
actually
60% closer to the middle.
right. So I think it'll be fine.
This is a
I think that'll be
controversial
enough.
take. This is a controversial take, but I wish it was a way to reset it.
I get you. I
Like if there's a
understand.
way to because a lot of people are stuck in weird spots where there's no exit, there's no way else to
But
go.
can't you just go back to the start and then take a different path
No.
as long as it's
No.
connected to
No.
your
There's
first?
people legit like on Reddit who have reached every single corner of their map and they're locked in.
Oh, what the fuck? That's crazy.
Yeah, and they followed every possible route, and then it's like there's no connection with the outside grids. And I've already reached three of my areas where I'm kind of going, and it stops abruptly. It kind of goes left or right, but it doesn't keep going beyond, and there's no way to connect them. But there, I have other areas that I can keep going in, but it's like, but it's bullshit because I already unlocked a bunch of like breach maps that I want to do over there, and I can't go over there now because now that the tablet's fucked basically. Um,
Right.
Something that I wish they would fix is, and I'm gonna butcher this a little bit, but tablets re-enabling features on maps you already did. Like if I hit a tower, right? But I already did a few maps around a tower and I'm going to go hit it. Can it at least hit maps that are in within the vicinity of the tower? It some tablets that I hit on the tower, it will fucking scatter like the maps that get touched by this feature is like 10 maps
25
away.
maps.
Yeah, it's just like what in the hell? Like what? So it is a little bit frustrating because then you don't get the immediate benefit of the tablets until like way later, and it's just like okay, whatever. But um, the four, I'm okay with the four additional towers, the new tower maps that they're making,
Mhm.
or they're adding, I should say.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. They're boring as hell to do as of right
Yeah.
now. They're not really entertaining. The 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 density of them are kind of like meh. Like as of right now, there's zero reasons to either buff, juice, or to run those maps in high tiers.
Okay.
Like there's
Right.
zero
Might as well just run
incentives.
it tier one.
Yeah, just run a tier one, get the benefit, and then just get out and go run an actual map.
Uh, Other things changing are a lot of mod weights for high end rares that are dropping in high tier maps.
They still
They're
don't want to
buffing all.
inverse. They still don't want to inverse the tiers. I don't. I don't know why.
They're also buffing the fuck out of a lot of uniques, which I
Eh,
think is a good thing. We'll
eh.
see. Because they're supposed to be good, man. Uniques are supposed to be at least build enabling.
I don't.
I kind of agree with that.
I don't want to buff the uniques. You need to be able to buff stats
Mm,
in
well, I'm
rares.
hoping. Well, they are. I just said
No,
that
no.
they're
I
buffing
mean,
rares.
well, I mean, I guess we have to see what the details behind it is. I guess what I meant is like the minimums and maximums of some. I mean, I'm hoping that's what it means, like the minimum and maximums of like flat damage modifications, modifiers and rares.
No,
Like,
they're just. It seems that from higher end content, they're basically just giving items like a higher chance to roll higher tier mods
mm, I
in
think that's the
general.
problem. I think the higher tiers itself, their damage values are very underwhelming at best. They're at least 60% to maybe 70% less than what PoE 1 numbers are.
Well, we're not trying to be at PoE numbers right now, right?
No, I mean, but I think a little
And they're
boost here and there
already,
would like
but
help a lot of builds.
they're rebalancing a lot of monster and health and like health and balance issues that way. So I think that instead of doing that, they don't really. I think again, this comes to a thing where they're kind of afraid of player power,
Hmm.
and I understand why.
I mean, the
So
nerfs,
I don't.
yeah, the nerfs alone, you
Right.
could tell.
So they're trying to nerf now mobs and bosses. So I hope that ends up being really good. And yo, if you're a console player, they're fixing fucking loot filters.
You know what's funny about this? So I purchased a Steam Deck not for the exclusive purpose of playing Path. But I bought a Steam Deck because getting to my PC sometimes to play like an hour game can be somewhat difficult. But I bought it and I've been playing Path 2. I'll run a few maps. It's a bit touch and go. It's a little difficult. But I did figure out within the Steam Deck how to add the filter. It ain't easy.
Damn.
It ain't easy, But I figured it out, and then this mother shit came out, and it was just like, really? I mean, I'm not mad in a way because I don't think this will impact me as much, but I'm glad that they're thinking about that. I'm glad they're thinking about it because I think that gives more exposure to Neversink.
That's true.
I don't know what they're waiting for to hire this dude. Like I don't like this dude is literally carrying your game on his back. Like the amount of work he put into the temporary item filter for Path 2 was insane, bro.
Oh, guys, don't learn from the top 20 fucking player Elon Musk, by the way. He doesn't play with a loot filter.
I'm not even surprised, bro.
I'm
I'm not
just I'm
surprised.
just letting you know. I'm just letting you
His
everybody know
computer
that as
probably doesn't even have a single app of Path,
no, he
right?
streamed it.
If-
That's how
th-
we know this. This is how
he-
we
and this is
know
how
he
you
doesn't
know
play
he
Path.
doesn't play, yeah, because he literally installed Path and he's like someone gave him a notepad with the password and account information. He just typed it in do, and you know how old people type on a keyboard like using two
Both
fingers.
hacking
Yeah. Do, and it was like okay, I'm in.
at
Oh,
the level his character was, at the gear value that his character
I'm
was,
so mad that
at
we're
the
back at this
point
motherfucker. Like we're
at
back
the
at this.
point that we've at the he bro he opened the map, the atlas, right, and he tried to click an unconnected map like 9 times, and not fast, not like how you would think, like someone who's played a lot of Path, who you develop efficiencies. He had none, bro. He's literally, and it wasn't like click 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 click. It was like click 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 click. Like he couldn't figure it out, dude. Fuck, just nah. But this dude's gonna make 700-mile-per-hour fucking trains that go from LA to New York in 30 fucking minutes. He's gonna fucking shoot rockets to Mars, and he keeps claiming that it's him doing these things, bro. Elon's a genius. No, he's not. He hires smart fuckers and tells them to do a thing. You know how like people figured out that Steve Jobs wasn't like super visionary? He was just like a really big asshole.
You're
Like,
asking me. It sounded like a
oh,
rhetorical
like,
statement.
oh, I'm sorry. That's basically what happened. Like shit. Like they were like, "Sir, we can't really make the device smaller." And then him dropping it in a fish tank and being like, "You see the air bubbles that came out of there? There's more room." Like he was just an asshole that just kept demanding more of his employees. This is another person like that, and we're deifying him like fucking asshats, bro. I don't fucking get it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm done.
Starting to
I'm
get.
done.
I wanted to avoid it. I'm like, you can tell I'm not engaging in this conversation. I'm like, I,
That's
I,
why. That's
I,
why I'm stopping.
I'm just, fuck that dude. Like, it's just, it's not about the fact that he's playing Path. I feel like him playing Path. I feel like it's giving positive, um, attention to Path. I think someone with, with that kind of exposure and the fact that he's even touching Path, unlike he's not playing Last Epic, right? I think that's giving a significant boost to just the credibility and the significance of Path in the marketplace. That being said, I choose not to feel the stupidity of what he's doing. It's just like, come on, like sometimes it's just you gotta let stupid be stupid and just walk away. Cause
Nah, dude. With the world the way it is today, dog, and with how, because again, this is not this is not only a path thing, right? And this isn't just a hyperloop thing, and this isn't just a SpaceX thing, and this nigga's getting involved in fucking politics, obviously. Anybody who's seen the news, you know what I'm fucking talking about, and if you don't, go look at the fucking news. This is more, it's so the problem that we're seeing with him doing in Path is literally an amalgamation, like an amalgam of his greater self. And literally, if the country, I understand that this is not ideal or it's not going to happen. This is, in a perfect world, the country would look at the small fucking snippet of this man's ego, idiocy, and not even willingness to double check how actual Path players would set up their characters or actually play. Nothing. and see this and how bold he's trying to fucking lie about it to your fucking dumb faces and realize that's what he's doing everywhere.
I might commit murder. Like I might commit murder if I ever talk to someone outside of my inner circle and and they go like, "Hey man, you play Path?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I play. I played. I dibble dabble a little bit. What's up?" He's like, "Oh man, 'cause Alan, if that shit comes up, man, I might commit murder, man." I'm like, I'm
Because
just
I don't want his publicity. I don't. I don't want it. I don't want it, dude. I don't want it. I don't want fucking tech bros
that
in this
cat.
game like
That
that.
game looks easy as hell, man. Alan was. Alright, can we change the topic? Because I don't want to
Yeah,
keep talking about this dude. I
but
really don't.
the
Like, it's not
the
I
console
don't
loot
hate him. It's
filters,
just like it's such a.
I do. In case the world wants to know, I hate him. But I the loot filters is the end of my notes. So I would
Okay,
like to
the
remind
biggest
everybody,
sleeper,
please press the button.
the biggest sleeper for me of all of this I've seen was the fact that you can resocket runes.
You could do what?
You can resocket runes.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Biggest sleeper for me in all of these. Like the on death effects I think is a big deal. I think I'm cautious about to see.
That's about to
Um,
change up the that's about to change up the market.
yeah, yeah, because now what that does is that's the bench press. Bench press. No, benchcraft. Sorry, bench press.
Yeah.
That's the benchcraft right there. The socket is a benchcraft. It's where you can fill in your resist, add a little more damage, whatever you need, like extra here and there, boom, boom, boom. Put that runes. I feel like they need to put more runes at this point, to help replace the
You can
benchcraft.
you can corrupt.
The corrupt what the
You can
runes?
corrupt the item. You can corrupt the item and possibly get another socket.
No, I meant different
It's
variations
been
runes. Different variations.
Oh, I don't think they're again, dude. I don't think they're trying to give us anywhere near the level of
I know,
control
I
over
know,
our
I know.
characters
No,
as they did
and
before.
this is just a hopeful vision on my part. Like if you like different variations, almost to like what essences used to be. So like you can insert an essence into that motherfucker. Um,
I and look what they did to even essences, bro. Fuck, man. It's
yeah,
like
don't remind me. I lost an
it's
essence.
like
I sold a 40 exalt essence for like one by mistake, but I don't want to talk about that. That hurt my feelings.
fair. Like, but it's just one
Um,
of those things where they're not good enough to spam. Like, I don't know,
yeah,
man.
yeah. The whole crafting system right now is broken.
I'm not okay with it.
Broken.
I'm
The
not
only
okay.
thing
Like,
the
there's
only thing reasonable to do right now is to chance rings, chance heavy, what you call it, heavy belts, and to chance
emerald rings.
no, sapphire rings. Right now is the shit right now.
Thief's Torment isn't huge right now.
No, the other one, sapphire ring, is the other ring.
Oh, okay.
It's worth like 120 divs.
God damn. Okay.
It's like a archmage looking thing. It's like
I
one
gave you my
mana.
rings, right?
Yeah, you did. I already chanced them
Okay.
and they burnt.
Okay. I was making sure, dog. I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
just making sure you had the chance.
So yeah, chancing is there's three items. Chancing, I believe, is the heavy belt, which gives you headhunter. Chancing the sapphire ring, which gives you I forgot the name of the ring, but it's the archmage ring. It basically gives you a Goku amounts of mana. And then there's I believe, what gloves. I want to say it's a glove.
Didn't one of us find a pillar of the caged god?
I don't know.
Apparently, that's like the giga fucking item for monks right now.
No, I think Hawa is the giga item right now.
I know the gloves are also
Yeah,
a giga
yeah,
item,
yeah, yeah. Hawa is the
but
like, if you want to do any kind of damage, like, and it's just Hawa. Like that's it. That's the only
but
way to really scale your elemental damage of the
the
passes of burn.
pillar, I'm pretty sure that pillar is really good right now.
It might be. No, it might be. I'm not familiar with the scheme right now, but I know as far as crafting is concerned, it's like just chancing these bases. That's it. That's the only thing you like should be doing. And it's just kind of like this is not what crafting should be. And I know maybe at a certain point, like, oh, but you can craft certain things, da 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 da. And like, yeah, but it's not. It's so much. Path one was never determinative, but it was at least engaging.
It wasn't prohibitive.
Yeah, okay, that's a good word. That's a good word. Prohibitive. Like this
It wasn't
is
like it wasn't like, oh man, you changed your base, you're fucked now.
like you have to just start from scratch every single time. It's just like,
Go get a new base. No, dude, I don't want to have to go get a new base. And that makes bases expensive as fuck. And that makes like you know what it's
well, yeah.
you see, this is why like I stopped playing, bro. There's so many fucking problems with PoE 2 in my fucking view.
And then
There
the
really
problem is
is.
that going back to one of our earlier complaints, back in August, and when we were talking about this game coming out, and we was working up to the hype of it, we kept saying to ourselves, is this game going to affect Path One? And they kept saying, no, it's not going to affect it, it's not going to affect it, but it is. It continues to affect Path One because we haven't heard a single fucking peep about Path Two. I mean Path One. When's when possible the current league's gonna end. You know what I'm saying? Because if we had Path One, we'd be fine. We'd be like, oh yeah, so I'm burning 16, 16, 17 maps, bro. Like overbotting. I'm like, what's up? You know what I mean? Like, we'd be doing Path One stuff, and then like at least keeping a close eye on what's happening with Path Two, and then but there isn't nothing happening. All eyes on Path Two. It looks like a lot of that team is being. I want to go on a limb and say that a lot of Path One's team is being routed to Path Two stuff. So it's probably slowing down a lot of the, you know. Now I did see an update.
Yeah.
Huh? Like your thing burped.
Oh, sorry, that might have been my. I opened up Path.
uh, I did see one update, but I didn't follow through to see if it was clickbait. I was a little skeptical. But there was something that was being said that the reason why they're taking so long to do it is because the next Path One expansion is going to be one of the biggest ones.
That'd be nice.
But I didn't. This is unconfirmed. I didn't confirm this. The article kind of looked like clickbait a little bit. Um, so take it with a grain of salt at best. If that's true, then it's okay. But it's too much coincidence the fact that it's so radio silence, and it's just kind of right now, the gaming world right now, it just feels a little dull when your favorite game is like, it's like every time you play you get punched in the dick. Like I stopped mapping for the last couple of days because, like you've experienced, in those T15 maps I go in, just aux and go, and I'll complete the map relatively fine, uh, and then I'll hit one mob that just punches me in the dick, and I'll lose all progress. And I'm like, all right, I gotta be careful. I just gotta watch out what I'm doing. I'll do it again, and the same thing happens. One mob just punches me in the dick, and it's just like, at a certain point, we have to remember this is a video game. Why are we playing a video game, guys? Why are we talking about a video game, guys? It's to have fun, right? To be entertained, to have a little bit of escape from reality, because when we go out into the real world, we get punched in the dick literally every hour on the hour. Like we just have to prostrate ourselves and get ready for that fucking dick punch that's coming. And it feels
Every year in April,
and it feel like wait, what's in April?
taxes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, wait, what's it? I'm honestly thinking about April Fools. Like, what's in April? I don't ever wait till April to do my taxes. That's why I'm like, what's April? Like, I do my shit like
Oh.
January, February, or some shit. Um, Only because I'm forgetful. If I wait that long, I'm be screwed. Um, but yeah, so yeah, it's like it, life is pretty difficult. Life is, pretty. severe. And then for you to come home and want to spend an hour to 3 hours of your time to play Path, this is like Coffee said, it's not acceptable. It's not entertaining. It's not fun. Um, and hopefully the patch adds that little bit of more fun into the game. I will definitely try it. Maybe we'll record an update. If it's okay, here's my promise. If it's I don't know when the patch. It said later this week. We don't know when later. We don't know when later this week is. It could be Wednesday. It could be Thursday. It could be Friday. When patch drops, I'm gonna log in. I'm gonna play a few hours. I'm gonna report to you, Coffee.
Okay.
See if you're feeling to come on to fill it out, and then what we could do is, as you're filling it out, we can do like a reaction video to it.
All
Um,
right.
and to
That's
see
fair.
like if it actually feels better, if it don't feel better, like what are some of the changes and stuff like that. Because I'm definitely want to go in and try some of the resocket runes and some of these things. And then what I'll probably do is probably create like a checkbox where I'll
Mhm.
take some of this, maybe take some of your notes, and then kind of like try each one and see like what how does it feel, and maybe try some strong boxes and then go down the list.
Okay. I'm down. I like I said, I'm not like hype, but I'm interested.
I mean,
I'm interested in seeing what's up.
it's difficult right now to make Path 2 content unless you just doing clickbait like content. Like meaning like, oh look at this meta build, and oh look at like the amount of the amount of content on on YouTube right now with everyone giving you the best meta build for a monk, and it's all the same build. It's all Herald of Ice Lightning.
Hmm.
Like it's all the same build. Hawa. Like everything has Hawa. So it's the build. Never have I seen a game, a league, or a game have this. I'm butchering this least amount of build diversity.
This little build diversity.
This little build diversity. Even in Path 1, how crazy the meta builds used to be, even those weren't as bad as what's happening right now, where only
You know,
three builds are viable.
I'm sitting here looking at Path, Path One, and it's dude. There's still people in fucking global,
Yeah.
and now someone is trying to buy something from me.
Instantly like, oh, bro, you on? Thank you. I've been waiting for you to like the last 3 years to get on. Jesus Christ. I mean, settlers, man. Like, it's a bang. It's a banger of a league.
And not to mention, bro, guess what? All my hideouts work. I was
Yeah.
promised certain things.
Yeah, they're taking a little long with that. They're taking a little long with that. The microtransactions taking a little long. Again, it's
Have they even added more microtransactions yet?
no, no, they're not. They
Hmm.
haven't done much. They haven't done much.
Not even like added microtransactions, but more like allow more of them to be used or
No,
something.
I haven't
Okay.
seen any update when it comes to that. They haven't announced anything of that. They haven't added anything in the patch notes about it. It's
Here, I'll look at my list real quick because I am
it's
curious.
and again, I don't know if that's relatively middle to end of the totem pole of the things that they want to do and work on. They've already talked about making nerfs to characters.
Where's my map stash?
You didn't have a map stash.
That's my point.
Oh, yes. And you definitely need a map stash. There's these waypoints, waystones are ridiculous. They're ridiculous.
Like, come on.
They should
Like,
at
come
least
on, guys.
stack. Like, why they don't stack? They're the same ones. T15 maps should at least stack within each other. Like, I could understand if they're blue, why they wouldn't stack, or yellow. But if they're white, they should stack. I think that might alleviate some of the issue. But even then, it's like, come on, stop it. Um, what else? I'm trying to avoid turning this episode into like a complaint episode.
Honestly, I think that's really hard for me.
But it's like I feel like that's what it's kind of turning into. um,
Because I feel like right now they're letting at least they're letting me down. I don't know about all of you guys. Everybody has their own thoughts on things.
but they all right. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 items that they're mm, some of them are quality of life, some of them are more significant that they're going to be changing later this week. I don't know why they didn't give a date, but
No,
okay, later this week. Like, people plan around this type of thing. Can you give us a date, please? But whatever. Um, hopefully,
nope. Get on, and look at your fucking thing, and make sure that you have fucking update or something, and then get on.
yeah, basically. So hopefully with these updates, it gets a little more entertaining, more better. If it doesn't, if we log in, if it feels still feels like dog shit, I'm probably just gonna go back to playing my single player games. Look, man, for anyone playing Path right now, if you're not having fun, don't play it. Stop getting punched in the dick. It's not that I don't like you to play Path. I want you to play Path, but I want you to have fun too. Like the amount of video games out there right now are just gross. There's a gross
I'm
number of
stuck
video
on
games.
Delta Force. Like it's just I'm having a blast.
Bro, I don't. Have you ever played Smite?
Yeah,
I played Smite. Right? I wasn't super like good at it honestly, but it was a little entertaining. This was years ago. I don't know why, but I seen Smite 2 came out. I'm like, wait, what? They was making a Smite 2?
my guess is that they did the same thing that Overwatch did.
Yeah, pretty much did. They just you just refresh all the characters.
Yep.
Just made them more modern, which is again, I can understand that. Why change the game? Just make it more modern. I'm fine with
Don't call it two.
that. Fair enough.
Yeah, it's one of those things right now, dude, where I'm not gonna bullshit. It's probably very obvious to anybody who listens. I am very jaded against the gaming community right now, as like the companies in it, not like the community. Obviously,
Mm.
there's always going to be COD boys, but most gamers are fucking calm, cool.
COD
But
has
the
been
way,
COD has been maybe it's just me, but has been somewhat silent.
because from what I hear from people in the Delta Force chat, is that it's garbage,
I
and that
mean, it
Delta
has
Force is
always
better, is
been
actually better.
garbage. It's just that the only garbage that has been available. Now
Maybe
with
that is the case.
maybe now with the competitors, now it's like, well, we stole your source code.
So just so you know, Call of Duty player count has already fallen to pre Black Ops 6 numbers, is what the article says.
You know what they need, honestly? This is what they need. They need a different company, obviously. But what they really need is to move away from the goddamn naming schemes. Their naming schemes are really hard to keep up with and really hard to follow up. Like, wait, which is the modern game? I thought we already came out with Modern Warfare 3, 4. Like, what are we doing? Black Ops 4, 6? Like, what the? Can we like come up with a more
They
conventional naming scheme for the game? Like, Jesus Christ.
they have 425,000 players monthly.
I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at, but
It's nothing to sneeze at, but that's way less than they
what about
normally did.
Warfare?
Uh,
The free
are you
one.
talking?
The free one. That's like 800 gigs.
Oh, oh, because I was looking at Black Ops 6, right?
Yeah.
What's No, Black Ops 6 is the newest one though.
Oh, so Warfare. I thought Warfare was the. Cause I was playing Warfare.
Warzone
Oh, Warzone. My bad. My bad.
confused me, bro.
My bad.
Player.io. A lot fucking more.
Yeah. Yeah. That's from my understanding. That's what most people was playing. That was what most people was playing. Um. I feel like we should mention this in this episode or make it its own episode, but I don't want to wait too long. The data
Marvel
breach.
Rivals is pretty fun.
You played it?
Oh, sorry. I did. Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's
I'm
not the
skept.
greatest game
I'm
I've ever played, but it's
skeptical.
pretty fun.
Okay, okay. I'm skeptical because I'm like, you telling me that an IP game is actually decent?
It's I'm not gonna say it's the best thing ever. It is very much like Overwatch in a lot of ways, but it has a lot of personality.
Okay.
And I I I've played what? I played 18 hours of it so far. It's not that bad, but it's I prefer Delta Force right now. It's
Okay.
not as fun as Delta Force, but it is fun.
Okay. I mean, I can
And then
explain
the data
why.
breach for who?
'Cause, Path had a data breach.
Oh, great. Fucking great. I didn't
Yeah,
even know.
it's actually happened recently. If you haven't seen this as it is a recording, if you haven't read into it, please get into it. It happened basically yesterday. Um,
Oh.
they've had a significant data breach where about I'm looking here, 66 accounts.
66?
Yeah, 66 accounts might have been exposed. Um,
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
but ironically enough, a lot of people has been reporting being hacked. So if you haven't changed your password recently, please do so. There are a lot of apps out there. They're not malicious. They're malicious. They're getting authorizations to use your Steam account and they're stealing your data. For a lot of the new players that are coming on to Path, if you're listening to this, like, just be careful. If it's too good to be true, just verify. Ask someone in the community. Don't just go into it like thinking that no one's gonna ever steal. Like, it, the same rules apply to online gaming. Like the mechanisms have changed a little bit. They've become more complex, but the essentials still matter. Like you should change your password. If you can set up people are asking for a two form factor.
Yeah.
Um, I think they might. I think after this data breach, they might consider it.
You know what though? I hope not. And I know I'm probably in the minority here on that one, but I am logged out of pathofexile.com/trade often enough already.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. It used to be that you can do it, but now it only does it up to 24 hours. The authorization is only up to 24 hours.
Yeah, and if I have to sit there and TFA on 2 FA after that, on top of that, no, dude, I'm fucking done. Like, it's just,
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully,
I,
I don't know. We'll
I,
see.
I, I
I know if your Steam account is not TFA, do that shit.
oh yeah,
Do
my
that
Steam
shit.
definitely is. Yeah, you see, I
Please
don't
do
mind my
that shit.
Steam because it interacts with an app on my phone.
Right. Please do that shit.
Like, I'm good with that.
If you haven't done that yet, I don't know. But yeah,
If you
they
haven't
got
linked them,
passwords,
yeah,
they
get the
email
Steam
Steam
shit.
IDs, they got IP addresses, they got shipping addresses, they got a few unlock codes from these accounts. So
Yeah,
again,
but it seems like it was, from what it seems, it's mainly a support. It was
yeah,
support accounts.
yeah. I read it and it was like, wow, they can take it. They can take that stuff from just the way you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy the amount of metadata that they can uh mine to be able to then be able to get all this information from a hacked account, especially from a developer. Even an old account like that one that really didn't interact as much. But it was there available, they got access to it, and then they was able to mine all these items. So hopefully no
Yeah,
one gets impacted too much by this. But I think that they will be considering some changes for the upcoming Path 2 to secure some of the accounts and stuff like that because I think it looks bad on them. And they seem to be upfront about it and being honest with it. But
I don't feel like it looks bad on them. I just know that, like, I don't know, it's probably fine. It's like I know it's bad, but these data breaches are happening all the fucking time to all kinds of companies. It's just one of the things that we have to live in the world right now. I
Hmm.
do understand why they would go and start two-factor authentication. It would be good for the community, but I hope they figure out a way to do that while not inconveniencing me anymore. But and I think that's what everybody hopes whenever changes are made with anything. But
I think
you
giving
have
you
to
the
make the
option
best
if,
decision.
if your account is linked to Path that you don't like, you don't. I mean, if your Path account is linked to your Steam account, then you don't really need to do it because you only access it through Steam, so it's already protected through Steam. So
Yeah, but like I said, that means that there's probably going to be more fucking logouts on the trade website, and I just, of course, I want that to affect us minimally, but yeah, I understand that they'll
it is a
probably
little
not
annoying.
do that.
I thought it was only my PC. I'm like, what the fuck? Every time, like sometimes it would like I would walk away for a few hours, come back and it's locked out. I'm like, I have to redo it all over again. I'm like, what the fuck is happening here? I thought it was just
Hmm.
me, honestly, but apparently not. Apparently it's just a intended
My
function.
thing, my thing is, that Steam has a way of keeping me logged in on my browser as well as my app. So when I have to log in for the Path of Exile website, I go and I hit the login under Steam thing, and it goes, and my Steam remembers me. I don't, and they have two factor. Like I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't know what the fuck y'all are doing.
Yeah, I'm not a developer.
I'm not either. Like I don't get it. I'm not gonna pretend to get it. I just know it's annoying as fuck. Someone
Yeah.
else figured out how to do it. Learn how to figure it out, please. Thank you.
Well, I
Love you.
mean, it wasn't like it wasn't the case like that for Path One, so I don't know what changed with Path Two.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Just crazy. But I don't know.
It,
I don't
it,
know.
is it just me? Is it just me, or do they feel like they took not just one, but like they took way too many steps back into Path Two development?
Yeah, dude.
Like, and
Yeah.
that's was mind-boggling. Like, it's like I thought we were. And you know what? For those of you who think we're complaining about this shit, nah, go on the Reddit community and fucking see. The amount of people who have the similar or the same take as us is pretty fucking high. Like the fact that they've taken so many steps back in the development for things that they've already figured out and already they've already dialed in. They already like it's like strong boxes. Mwah, chef's kiss. It's already there. It's already there. Why change the formula? Why do this fog thing and it takes 3 years for each mob to spawn? And it's just like, what is going on with this? Why? Why? Why?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I figured, and this always happens with sequels.
There's a
You
saying for that.
figured this
The
out,
sequel is never better
guys.
than the original.
Yeah, like we figured it out, guys.
They should have
There's
did a
so many
prequel.
lessons you learned.
They should have did a
It's just
prequel.
so many lessons. But then again, I'm also trying to make sure I'm staying lenient because of the simple fact that this
Early
is
access.
still in early access. This isn't the way the game is going to stay. I just don't want this to be one of those things where the game is going to be in early access for fucking 2 years.
Yeah,
I
it's
it's
turning. It might turn into that.
and this is like, I don't know, dude. I'm really tired of fucking game companies doing that shit too. But
And they're gonna be
back
asking
in
for
the
supporter packs.
day,
They're gonna be asking for supporter packs and support this. Da, 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 da.
helps us make the game, and it's just
Would
like,
you?
so
Would
now we're
you?
having to cover your
Here's a
salaries too.
question.
Great.
Here's a question to you. Would you buy another supporter pack for Path Two?
No, as of right now, no.
Would you buy for one?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
just
love
verifying.
Path One. Like, I still love Path One. I just got on my character right now for a little bit, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna play some Path One later. I don't understand where their weird stance on so many strange issues that we seemed copacetic on in Path One. But again, that is opinion. That's super opinion. I don't objectively know what is the thing about Path One that makes it actually good for me. I don't know what makes it good for other people. Maybe there's a reason they're doing this, and that's why they're and this has a broader appeal or something. I don't know.
Hmm.
I only know from my point of view as a veteran Path 1 player, I am deeply unhappy with Path 2.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not even saying I'm the most or I'm the best at it. No, I'm just a guy who's put a lot of fucking hours in your game, who enjoys to fucking play it. and I don't enjoy your sequel, guys, at all. I'm not having fucking fun. I'm not tempted to go look back at it. I even gave you guys like the compliment of like, dude, your guys' MTS look great. I'm happy that your MTX looks great. I just want more of it back into the game. I was hoping that they were going to be unlocking some stuff, as the weeks kept going on, and I go and I come back on and I check my MTX thing, and all of it's still fucking unavailable.
Yeah, yeah. The
I have
rollout. I mean, I know the holidays have slowed down the rollout of things, but I feel like I think they were probably more ambitious with their what's the word I'm looking for? Like their
the timetable.
timetable. Yeah, the timetable as far as how much actual work and how much time it would take to do this. And I think it's fair to say that it's probably some false promises that were probably that were put out there, and I think
And
they had to
I don't
walk it
even
back.
think that could be. I don't even think that could be said though. That's the fucked up thing. It's not like they promised these things, and they did promise certain things, but they promised that by launch essentially. And this isn't launch. This is EA, and they're gonna be like, oh, but EA is gonna be for 2 years, and don't worry, for launch we'll have. Bro, I'm so mm 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 mm. Y'all have turned me into a pessimist path. Y'all have punched me in the dick too many times. And now I have to go to the other game where you only punch me in the dick when I decide to try to make myself rich or something. You know what I mean?
Mm. Yeah, yeah. Look, man, being punched in the dick
Is
for
needed.
no, being punched in the dick for like pushing the outer limits is understandable. It's like, oh, you pushing, you going hard, bro. Like you was about to get hit. But being punched in the dick for just like loading up your character and trying to like get to level 20, it's fucking severe. So I think they definitely need to dial it back a little bit. And again, I want this game to be more expandable, exposure to new players, and I want them to get I want them to become exiles, and I want the game to get bigger. I want the game to finally beat that other fucking game. Um, and the only way to do that is to really be able to make the entry level easier to get in, make it where people can understand how to, you know, grow in the game, and then eventually become hardcore players. And even look, I'm not a hardcore player because I can't put in that many times, but shit, let me win the lottery, bro. Let me hit that lottery, bro. I'll become a hardcore player overnight, not because I had with the lottery and I can buy a character like Elon Musk. No, because I already know the game. I just don't have the time to play it, right? I can't sit there and grind 3 hours of maps to get that mirror or to get those divs that I need to, you know what I mean? Like I don't have that time because of just family and all that stuff. But if I win lottery, shit, I buy three nannies for my son. Like I buy him friends, whatever I
Buy
need,
him friends.
whatever I need to do, bro. Shit. People listening to this probably like, bro, you're not gonna be a father? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
Not if you're like 500 mil deep.
Bro, I'd rather him be a trust fund baby. That's all right. It's all right.
It's wrong, but at the same time, like it's understandable
She's
that
gonna
you
be
would rather
like, you're
have
gonna
that.
understand when you get my age. That's
It's
terrible.
like everybody wants
Just thinking
like good
about it.
shit.
Just thinking. I can't even say it with a straight face.
Nah, because you're not actually about that life. It's fine.
Oh man, it's just fantasy. Fantasy, guys. Fantasy.
Because as poor people, we think about it. It's like, of course, we would like to give our kids trust funds and stuff like that. But at the same time, man, those people are fucking awful.
For real. For real. But yeah, any last
Press
any
button. We love you.
press buttons? Again, sorry for the lack of content, but again, ain't much to talk about.
Other than complaining, and you guys don't like that.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm joking,
we
bro.
love to complain. No, we love
Oh
to
yeah, dude.
complain. It's just that
I love it. Yeah.
uh, we don't want to turn every episode into complaint session about Path 2. It's like even as much as we like to complain, it's like a Debbie Downer, right? For us, it's like, oh, God, we gotta talk about this shit. Like we don't want to talk about it. We rather talk about nice things. things we look forward to. Uh, Once again, if there's any other content you want us to cover, any other games you want us to cover, any other
Let us know.
ARPG games that you see coming up, and it's like, oh, what do you guys think about this? Let us know in the
Do you want
comments.
my opinion on Delta Force? Just let me know.
Yeah, if you haven't played
I'll
Delta
give you mine.
Force, check it out. It's a free COD clone. Is that fair to say?
No, it's like COD / Battlefield clones, both.
And Tarkov, yeah, and
And Tarkov,
Tarkov,
yeah.
yeah.
Like this,
So,
dude, this game is awesome.
and it's pretty good. It's like for having three games in one. Um, it's not crazy. It's not crazy big. It's not crazy like I mean the fucking sub menus. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Holy shit. It's like exactly what you would imagine from a game from Korea or China. It's like
because it is. It's a Chinese game. I'm pretty sure.
it's Tencent, isn't it Tencent?
It's yeah. I'm pretty sure it's owned by Tencent. Yeah.
Bro, it's like sub menu and the sub menu, sub menu, sub menu. But here's another sub menu, here's another currency sub menu, sub menu, sub menu, sub
Enjoy
menu.
that sub menu too. Like,
It's like Jesus Christ. But yeah, but besides that, the game itself is pretty solid, pretty fun, pretty good distracting. Other were otherwise, there's a lot of other games out there, single player games. That's shit that's you can pick up, try it, beat, and then wait for whatever fix comes to Path or a new league in Path One. So we'll continue covering. We'll review these patch and then give you an update. Otherwise, enjoy, have fun, and then see you in the next one.
good night.
I should be